What's up boys, welcome back to the FPS tutorial series. In this episode we'll look at how to drop guns like this. And when I switch guns, it will drop too. Also join my community below. You can get a 7-day free trial, so it's risk free. But yeah, let me show you how to add this feature. So what we'll start off by doing is going to player input, and we need to add a new input for the drop. So I'll click on plus up here for actions, and I'll add a new action called drop. Then I'll click the drop down, and for the binding right here, the binding path, I'll click on listen and I'll press Q, so the button will be Q. Then I'll hit save asset. Then we'll go to assets, scripts, and let's open up the player shooting. And in here I'll add a public void called onDrop. And it has to be public because we're gonna call it when we also want to switch guns later. But in here we'll do if gun is not equal null, so if we have a gun basically. Then we'll do gun.drop, so we will create a function inside of the gun called drop. And we'll set gun to be null. So let's now open the gun script, so it's over here. And then down here I'll create a public void called drop. In here I'll do instantiate, and then we need the drop weapon, so we'll create a variable at the top here called public game object dropped weapon, which we will set in the inspector of each of the different prefabs. So we'll instantiate that. Then we'll set that at transform.position, transform.rotation. Then after that we can just simply destroy this game object, like that. So we spawn the drop game object and we destroy the one in the hand. That's all the code we need in here. Now we can go to the pickup script over here, where instead of doing this like we did in the last tutorial where we destroyed the gun, we'll just do player.onDrop. And player was the player shooting script. So when we do this, it will basically just check if we have a gun in our hand, and if we have one, we will drop it before we pick up the new weapon. Now we'll head out into Unity. I'll just click on scenes right here. Then I'll go to assets and prefabs and click on our AR first. And we have this dropped weapon field now where we'll drag the AR dropped onto here. Then I'll click on the Glock and do the same, so drag the Glock dropped onto there. Now go to scenes and let's hit play. And I'll pick up the first gun and I'll press Q. And it drops. Then I'll try to pick up the other weapon while I have this one in the hand. And yep, it switches. Pew 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 pew. And you might see an error where I begin spinning. Let's just fix that. So go to the player real quick. Scroll down to rigid body. And we'll set the angular damping to 10. So this pretty much dampens the angular velocity. So the rotational velocity. But yeah, this was a quicker episode than the other ones. I could probably have squeezed it into episode 3. But the next episode will be pretty long because we will make the enemy AI. I might split it into a few episodes if it's very long. But yeah, hope you're ready for that episode. And also boys, check out my community. Just try the 7-day free trial in there. I promise you will like it. And if you don't, you can just cancel. Give it a shot and have an amazing day.